When you're drawing things on paper, you're never really quite sure what you're going to get because you're not going to be the builder or the painter. I like the way all the textures came together, and that's something that I think that we spend a lot of time talking about, that it's a Vermont thing, all these different textures. The most important thing to any designer or anybody in an artistic field is how does the audience respond to what they're looking at. Give the audience pieces of what you want them to see and allow them to be invested enough to fill in the spaces.
Doing a project like this for Vermont PBS, we're like particularly proud of that, I think. Because it's our home, it's a state that we love.
He came in with, a piece of paper with like 6 or 7 sketches, and I was like, whoa, okay, oval. I wouldn't even know where to begin with figuring, this out.
Most inspiration came from the people at PBS, actually. There was helpful parameters as far as working with an oval top, and I've seen a lot of pieces in photographs or in person that incorporate a circular top or an oval top and a more rectilinear or square base, and it just seems like the composition doesn't really flow very well together. It looks like a top on a separate base. So making the decision, if we're going to have an oval top, we'll go with curved elements for the table base. And then there were parameters as far as how many people it had to hold, where those people had to be sitting for it to be useful for the space, and that sort of dictated where the leg and wall structure was going to be in place so that it wasn't getting in the way and so that it worked well, and that sort of helped to sort of design the lines of it. Beyond that, the materials, white ash and sugar maple, are just woods that we've worked with a lot, and that we love, and that we think expresses Vermont really well in our area as far as being signature materials and hardwoods from our state. So it seemed right and fitting to be using those as a material option for that. Maybe the most public thing what we have made to date, and that's fun, and that's again like gets you inspired, gets the pressure on you to make sure that it looks good, it lasts. It's always interesting to see a piece of work months or years or even longer than that after.
I mean, we have something on the television. That's really cool. I mean, that was one of the reasons it was like, yeah, absolutely. This is awesome.